start to unpack our Chiron runes. And even saying that is a little Chiron wounds. It's important that we start to unpack our childhood issues. And so that's probably why it's a little funny to say Chiron and childhood, because it's a bit of a murkiness, right? So if you don't know the story of what Chiron is an asteroid, as I'm gonna grab it out the astrology here. Chiron is an asteroid and it moves irregularly. And this placement in our charts shows us what childhood wounds we came here with, essentially that we need to heal. And you can heal from them, or you can go through your existence battling them. Look at me about to shuffle. I'm so used to just shuffling on out. So Chiron wounds deal with your childhood, right? The first one being in Aries is the one that I'm going to be speaking about in my next video, Aries. Aries Chiron wounds. So this particular wound is important because it's something that's easy to cover up and assume you've healed it, but if you haven't intentionally worked on it, it's still there. And it's very triggering because this wound is something that is caused by other people. You agreed to come down here and heal this wound, but this wound is caused by other people. A wound is called the wounded healer, and it looks like a key because it's literally the key that's going to assist you in freeing yourself. So we can go through a lot of transitions in life, a lot of healings, and a lot of inner workings with Saturn and things like that. But if you really want to dive deep into that shadow work, into what's really going on, because your shadow work is going to bring up your childhood wounds, you just might not know what that aspect is in astrology. And I love astrology. So this is what the Chiron image looks like. If you go to your birth chart, this is what it will look like. It will look like a key, okay? Because it's going to unlock something in you, all right? So I'm just going to read a little bit about this to teach you what this wound is. And then as I am doing readings and healing sessions and light language channelings for each zodiac sign, this initial video will just show you, kind of teach you what that placement is. So go to your birth chart, look up how to find your Chiron wound, okay? And when I get to your zodiac sign, and of course, do your own research. I always do your own research. But when I get to that, the message, the reading that I do for you is going to be for your particular sign. And then the light language healing that I do for that is going to be for that particular sign, okay? So there's 12 of them. I'm gonna get through them all. As Spirit is leading me through them, I'm going to get through them all right? So your Chiron wound, despite other Symbology and astrology, Chiron's glyph, because this is called a glyph, was created to resemble the word's object Koel, which was the original name designed to the asteroid that was discovered by Charles Koel. Okay, known as the wounded healer, represented in Greek mythology by a centaur whose physical appearance is different from the other centaurs, as his front legs are human rather than equine. Chiron represents the figure of a healer and teacher of great intelligence and kindness that was unable to heal himself. As they say, those who cannot do, teach. As the story goes, he was pierced by a poisonous arrow, which consequently led him to live in a constant state of discomfort and pain for eternity due to his immortality. It is through this state that Chiron was able to reach enlightenment. By living through that experience, he understood and related to other people's pain, so he devoted his life to healing others. So, in previous readings, we talked about how you're going through things to assist others. Your particular pain points, you chose those to assist others. So what you go through may be similar to someone else, but it will not be exactly like it, but it is to help others. Everything we're here to do is to assist the collective through our experience. Our experience is what teaches us, okay? So you can read something all day long, phenomenal at learning it. But if you haven't experienced it, it's different. It's different than saying, oh, I can imagine what it's like to go through a house fire and have to rebuild. But it's different going through a house fire and having to rebuild. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to be unpacking that in the upcoming series. So as I am, find your sign, and I look forward to assisting you